What's going on, Stim Junkies? Hope everybody's having a phenomenal weekend. We're about to finish the weekend off with a bang, guys. I got a really special review here for you that I'm super excited to be reviewing. This is a product that I've had for a very long time, probably a little bit over a year at this point, from my favorite company, Dark Labs. And I use this one sparingly, maybe once, maybe twice a month. I alternated with a lot of the other high stim pre-workouts I have, but I had to review it now that Dark Labs just released the new batch about 2 weeks ago at this point, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And a lot of people are curious, does it hit the same? Does it still have the secret sauce? Does it still have the goods? Is it still worth picking up in 2024? So let's delve into it, and I'm going to tell you guys whether it's worth picking up crack gold in 2024. Let's talk about it. Gotta let it burn. Yeah, guys, this beautiful tub right over here, this golden child of Dark Labs, the crack gold, the one and only iconic DMHA pre-workout. This is a beast right over here, and people have been talking about this one for a very long time. It's been around for a little while, and you Stim Junkies that watch the channel, you know that this is one of the best pre-workouts. I don't have to sell you on this. You guys have taken it in the past, and I know that some of the older batches that date back 2 years or so were maybe a little bit stronger. The batch that I have, I got about a year ago. And that one actually does say geranium extract on it, stem and leaves, which also, this one says the very same thing on it. So I don't know if the older tubs actually said 1,3-dimethylamine or DMAA straight up. I don't know, guys. I came a little bit late to the crack game, but I'm here to tell you my experience, to compare the previous version, and ultimately tell you guys if it's worth spending your hard-earned dollars on this product. So this here is the current tub I have. This is the refreshing watermelon flavor, the very new batch. I picked this up over at NutriCartel.com, but you can also get it directly at darklabs.pro. I have discount codes for both, so you guys can pick it up from whichever vendor you feel like supporting. Now, I have the original tub here from about a year ago. They look exactly the same. The label's identical. The only thing that's different is down here. The batch number is a little bit different. It's actually off by just one number. The expiration is identical. So on the old tub here, the expiration is 0326, and the batch number is 0303-01001. Now, when we look at the new tub, the expiration date is identical, but the fourth digit of the batch number is different. Instead of 0303, we have 0304. So this right here, this very new batch, is actually a batch that came directly after this one. Now, again, I got this one about a year ago. So is it still the same? Does it have the goods? Does it deliver? I'm going to take you through this label, and we're going to talk about the effect. I ran this one today, and we're going to get to it in just one moment. Before I break down this epic crack gold experience, don't forget to smash that like button, share the video with a fellow Stim Junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So yeah, guys, we're going to go through this label really quickly, and we do have 25 servings in here. Both tubs are identical, like I said. One scoop yields 12.5 grams. The first ingredient is citrulline malate, 2-to-1 ratio, 5,000 milligrams, so pretty low, just to help with the minimal blood flow, the minimal possible blood flow. It's not going to do much in terms of pumps. Beta-alanine, 2,000 milligrams, agmatine sulfate, 1,000, so a little bit of additional pumps there. Alpha-GPC standardized at 50%, 500 milligrams, and acetyl L-tyrosine for focus, 500 milligrams. Caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams. Caffeine citrate, 200 milligrams, so nice 500 milligrams of caffeine there to get you going in the gym and have the elongated effect of that caffeine stay with you throughout your session. Aurea genesis extract, 300 milligrams. 2-amino, 200 milligrams. Good old DMHA, 200 milligrams. Geranium extract, stem and leaf. So this is where people are going to have questions and want to know what is truly going on. We have that at 100 milligrams. So on the label, it claims 100 milligrams of geranium and 200 milligrams of DMHA. So they're telling us the DMHA is the real deal, the lab-made synthetic 2-amino that we all know and love. But there's a question regarding the validity of the geranium extract. Is it the real good lab-grade stuff that we love, or is it that more naturally sourced version of the ingredient? We shall find out. Hordenine comes in next at 50 milligrams, and then we have naringin at 25 milligrams, which is a nice nootropic. Black pepper extract fruit, 10 milligrams to help the absorption. I mean, you got a lot of stimulants in here, guys. This is no joke. And lastly, we got Ruwolfia, also known as Alpha-Yo, 1 milligram. So just enough Alpha-Yo to really bring the package together, to kick it into overdrive, and to enhance the effects of all the other stimulants in here. We got the caffeine, we got the Arai, we got the DMHA, we got the supposed DMAA. This pre-workout is a stim junkie paradise for you guys that are into the exotic illicits. It's the real deal, and you know it. I don't have to tell you that because most of you have probably taken Crack Gold at this point, maybe even the batch from 2 years ago, which I never got to take. Now, before I tell you the effects, I want to tell you a little bit of history and how I feel it compares to the original, the very first Crack, the OG. So right here, guys, I have the original Crack, the 120 milligrams DMAA on the front, the OG version, and this one actually does say 1,3 dimethylamine HCl on the back, as you can see right over here. Yeah, guys, this is the real deal right here, and there's no questions regarding the validity of this product because this thing is incredible. There's a reason I have 6 tubs of this sealed, awaiting the apocalypse, because this is something that I do not want to live without, and I do love the new reformulated version. It's a slapper. It's absolutely crazy. They did a great job, all things considered, but this here is special, and people on the pre-workout supplement subreddit told me that, Ace, if you like the purple version of the tub, then you got to get yourself the gold version. The gold is an upgrade to the purple. Now, I'm in the minority here because I actually prefer the original Crack. This is my favorite version, guys. This right here in all of its glory is my favorite version of Crack that was ever released. Even compared to all the ones I have up there, Crack Barbarian, Undead King, Primal, and all the other hitters that Dark Labs has, the Hero Lean, the Flame, the new Crack Daily. Dark Labs is a loaded company. There's no shortage of amazing products from Dark Labs, but the one that started it all, guys, is always going to have a special place in my heart. This one always hits me, and to me, this thing is the closest to the original happy feeling that Dark Energy provided, and I love this one. This is so special to me. But when I was just starting out on the pre-workout supplement subreddit about 1.5 years ago or so and getting to know the community, we were having a lot of conversations, lots of discussions, and people said that gold was basically Crack Purple on crack. So naturally, when Heist and Ace hear something like this, then I get all excited and I have to check out the Crack Gold because, hey, if this is a superior product to the purple, and the purple's already up here, I mean, it's already at the peak. So if gold is better than that, then holy crap, I gotta check it out. Now, to me, gold is a little bit different, whereas the Crack Purple provides an amazing mood elevation, a euphoria, a happiness, and just such a good feeling to be in the gym, the best mood elevation. You just feel so incredible on it. The music sounds so good, and you want to keep going forever and ever and ever. You're going to have so much energy and strength and power output, and it's almost like you're borrowing from your future self, because the last time I took the Crack Purple, I hit a 2-hour and 45-minute chest session with a little bit of legs and threw in some tricep supersets. I was in the gym for almost 3 hours, and I swear to God, the next morning, I literally couldn't get out of bed. But while I was at the gym, I was pumping and pumping and pumping, and I didn't want to stop. I just felt amazing. So in comparison to that, Crack Gold hits me a little bit differently. This beautiful looking tub right over here hits different. This is its own kind of pre-workout, and I wouldn't compare this to the other Cracks. They are all kind of similar, but they all do have their own identity and their own stand-apart features that differentiate them from each other. And this right here, what I would say mostly about this one, the euphoria compared to the Crack Purple is lessened. It doesn't have that crazy over-the-top euphoria where you're dancing and you're lost in the music and you just feel like you're in a club and you're dancing in between sets. This does not have that. But what it does have is that crazy burst of energy, the sense of urgency, and an aggressive mood elevation. It doesn't have the happiness per se, but the aggression on this thing is great. Not an angry aggression per se. You're not going to be there in a bad mood or anything. Nay, this puts you in a great mood, great headspace, positive. If you're feeling tired, then this is going to wake you up from the dead. Today, I literally had a long day at work, and I really wasn't looking forward to the workout so much, if I'm being honest, but I took my 13 grams of this, and literally within 10 minutes, I started feeling the betas. Usually, I feel them around my lips, around my head a little bit, and the warmth comes in. So this is where I do believe there is something in there, whether it's a pure form of that DMHA, or maybe there is some legitimate DMAA that still is left over from whatever they had from their previous manufacturer, or maybe it's a different research chemical altogether. I don't know, guys. I'm not a mad chemist. I'm a gym addict, so I can't tell you whether they synthesized this ingredient or that ingredient. I don't know, guys. I don't have a laboratory to test this stuff at, but I do know based on my body how I feel it. And based on how this one felt, where you have that warmth that takes over your entire body and it just puts you in such a good, happy place. This right here has a similar feel, but it's more aggressive. There's more of a sense of urgency. And I do think the Alpha Yo, that 1 milligram, even though that's not a lot, I do think that 1 milligram really contributes to creating that sense of urgency and having you want to go to the next level and not stop pushing those weights. I could tell you guys that today I was at the gym for close to 2 hours and 20 minutes hitting chest, triceps, and legs once again. Now, the chest workout was absolutely insane. Like I said, 10 minutes after ingesting the product today, I felt that beta-alanine tingles, and it was pretty prominent, guys. I felt it throughout my entire body. It started around the lips and worked its way down, but it wasn't itchy or uncomfortable. It wasn't like the niacin type of tingles that you get where you're just itchy and you feel uncomfortable. This was a good type of tingle, and a warmness came through with it. And what happened afterwards, about 15 minutes in, that mood elevation started creeping in. I had my music plugged in, and everything started sounding that much better. But I'll be honest, when I went to the gym, I was listening to some dance music, and as soon as I started my 2 warm-up sets, I switched over to metal. And that's what guided me through the rest of that workout, because I was feeling aggressive today, listening to some Avenged Sevenfold, a little bit of Dream Theater, some Metallica, Maiden, and Amon Amarth, and everything in between. It was a metal kind of day today, and it was aggressive, it was productive, the strength output was there, I was pushing heavier than I normally would, and thank God the injury that I've been dealing with, my little rotator cuff situation here, has healed up mostly, and even I do feel a little bit of agitation at times. I was able to push through it, and man, I don't know if I'm borrowing from my future self or not, but that workout was incredible, and tomorrow's definitely going to be a rest day because I need to recuperate after this crazy session I had today. As you can see, I'm on one right now. It's already been 2 hours since I got back from the gym. I showered, I ate a little bit, but I'm still on one right now. I'm buzzing, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling positive and motivated. But again, when you're at the gym, there's not going to be a euphoria. You're not going to be lost in your music, but there's that sense of concentration. You're targeted on your mission at hand, pushing those weights, pushing heavier than you did last time, and just having the best, most epic workout ever. I was pushing until I felt pain in the best possible way. I can't describe it, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, we push ourselves, we challenge ourselves. That's one of the most accomplished feelings we can get while we're at the gym. So in terms of head high, the buzz that we're looking for when we get a Dark Labs crack product, it's there. So I'm going to tell you that right off the bat, it is there. So whether this is DMAA or geranium or whatever research chemical extract, it's a good feeling and I like it. And it's definitely something you don't want to take more than once a week because you don't want to build a tolerance to it. But it's the real deal. And it's definitely something that should be saved for that special workout where you're at the gym for, an hour, 45, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever you guys do. High stim Saturday, high stim Sunday, whatever your schedule is. It's something you want to save this kind of pre-workout for because you're going to push harder than you did before and you're going to feel great doing it. So this is the new tub I have here, right? This is the watermelon flavor, which by the way, I do like it a lot more than the other one. This right here is the rainbow candy. This is the batch I had from a year ago, right? I'm not a fan of the rainbow candy flavor. It kind of makes me a little bit nauseated. It's overly sweet and it just, listen, I'm going to shoot it down and I'm going to chew a piece of gum afterwards and move on with my life. I'm not going to dwell on the flavor, but for the sake of having an objective review where I cover every detail, I'm not a fan of the rainbow candy flavor. I'm really not. But the watermelon is actually decent. It's not bad. It goes down much easier, less of a synthetic taste. You're still going to have that stimulant aftertaste coming up because there are a bunch of crazy stims in here. So obviously it has to mask a lot. But to me, if you guys care about flavor, go with the watermelon. It's a little bit easier to chug down. The rainbow candy for me, I'm not a big fan of it. But in terms of comparing the products and their effectiveness, they are essentially 98, 99% identical. So when I spoke with Dark Labs, they did tell me this is the same thing as the previous batch. There's no tweaks to the formula, nothing's different. It's almost identical, and they're on the money. It pretty much is almost identical. The only thing I noticed today taking the new batch was the beta-alanine tingles were a little bit more intense and lasted a little bit longer, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Again, it wasn't the itchy, uncomfortable kind of tingles. It was warm, it was good, it was inviting, but it lets you know something's going on and it's time to move your rear end and start pushing those weights. Another thing I noticed about the new version that just dropped is it makes you sweat a whole lot more. So the previous version, sure, I sweat on it, but not as much. I don't know if the alpha yo is maybe a little better sourced or whatever, but I was definitely feeling more of that alpha yo here, even though it's only 1 milligram. But again, it all goes back to the sourcing and how the ingredients come together. So I was sweating a little bit more than I would with the other pre-workout, and I did run the other one just about 4 or 5 days ago because I wanted there to be an objective and fair comparison, but literally 98, 99% the same thing. If you guys were fans of the 326 expiration batch from last year, then grab this right now because you don't know, this might be the very last run. As you know, they got rid of the DMAA in the purple version of the tub. It doesn't even say geranium anymore. They reformulated it entirely. But this right here might be the very last run. We don't know if they're ever going to have another run. So right now, if you guys want, this is the time to pick up some crack gold. You can pick up this legendary, iconic pre-workout over at darklabs.pro using discount code ACE. It's going to save you 10% and help support this channel. Alternatively, you can pick this up over at nutricartel.com. Use discount code ACE15 to save 15% off your entire order and help support this channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it more than you know, and hopefully I helped you guys make a decision whether you want to pick this up or not. Ultimately, it's all up to you. You guys are spending your hard-earned dollars on these products. The least I can do is come on here and give you an objective, unbiased, and unsponsored review. If you found this video beneficial to you, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification to get all of High-Stim Ace's latest updates. I will see you all next time for the next High-Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. Dziękuję bardzo. La Dark Labs. High-Stim Ace. Signing off.